that here I was on the set doing all these chatak-matak numbers, and I used to get invited to all these functions, and I always went in saris and gajra. And as a matter of fact, a lot of people even turned around and called me Benji. Yaar. Even the little piddly sums that one got, one had to keep reminding people. Things got to a point when I couldn't fight it anymore. I couldn't turn around and handle it anymore. And I was miserable. It's at that point of time, Helen G was saying bye-bye because she was doing her last song for Yash Johar's film. She was doing Ye Mera Dil Pyar Ka Deewana. And I was busy doing Jab Chhaye Mera Jadoo same time. All my dance directors and all my producers on one side and Usha and Bappi on one side. Karina used to come to that set and I used to, in my heart, tell, this one's going to go on to be a big star. And she did, and she is.
Many people feel a sense of disconnect when they see you in these Kanjivaram saris and these glasses. They remember you as the dare bear vamp. So what do you owe this change to? Why do they feel this? I mean, you were like this as a person earlier, only for screen.
I was always like this, Dinesh. As a matter of fact, the dare is fine. The bear, though, I didn't have much choice. The dare, yes, I agree. But you know what, Dinesh? The reality is this, that I've always worn saris. Unfortunately, fortunately, even when I did those pathetic word that used to be used then, hot pants, shorts. When I even wore that, even those days I wore saris. I mean, I've always been seen around in saris. But there was a time when I thought that it was very strange that here I was on the set doing all these chatak-matak numbers, and I used to get invited to all these functions, and I always went in saris and gajra. And as a matter of fact, a lot of people even turned around and called me Benji, yaar. And which I thought was very funny. But वो कहते हैं ना कि sometimes you just laugh it off and you say कि हाँ okay, but it's nothing to do with me personally. This is what they perceive. We are talking of name calling. I have been called everything from mommy to Benji to oh, she's so old-fashioned, to everything. And that came because of the saris I wore. As a matter of fact, I was one of the first people who compared a film about show wearing a sari and tons of gajra in my hair. As a matter of fact, a lot of people attribute a lot of things to a lot of people, but that's all very well. I always wore saris, Babu.
I remember you wearing saris in Manokamna.
Yeah, I've always worn saris, ma. In even any event, kabhi bhi, because I always felt comfortable and there was something to it. I do not know what is my connect, why this happened, because no one forced me to do anything, not in my family. But my mother was a great one. She loved kanjivarams. I loved flowers, and I had very long hair. And I always thought that अगर मैं set पे western कपड़े पहन रही हूँ, and if I'm doing all these chatak matak numbers, at least real life में let me be the typical Iyer ladki. These are these are the things I'm thinking. This is what probably contributed to it, because no one really said anything to me. It was very comfortable, ma. And now there is no reason not to wear a sari. It helps me cover my weight that I have put on. It helps me feel.
You were really slim. You were so slim.
I was too thin. Slim is a kind word.
Yes, slim is a
You're
kind
being kind. You're being kind. No. I went through a phase when the entire world told my mother that please feed her. She's too thin. And अगर उसको फिल्मों में काम करना है तो she needs to put on weight. And my poor mother used to make me have periactin and stuff like that, which used to increase my hunger. And then I used to be like, they used to shove food down my throat. I was a vegetarian. I am a vegetarian. And I used to like, jabardasti, khana khao all the time.
What did she give you? What did you say she gave you? Some tablet?
Something called periactin. Periactin. And it used to make me hungry. And I don't know who recommended it or what happened, but it didn't have any side effects or anything, because I was always a good student. I was always those that, kya bolte hain, studies, prim and proper, the eldest born, and very. Anyway, all that aside, I spent a lot of years trying to convince people that I was an 8-month baby. I was born with great difficulty to a very, very young girl, my mom. I was born when it was raining badly. I was a blue baby. They didn't know if I was going to survive. I was born bald. I mean, can you even imagine that I ended up having the most beautiful hair in my family? I became one of those warrior type of human beings. And I consider myself a lakkad hazam, pattar hazam, because I was like genuinely very strong, and I think I inherited most of my things came to me from my mother. Wittingly, unwittingly, I don't know. I didn't have a role model. She was my role model at that point of time. At that
And
point of time, when
who's your
I,
role model today? Who's your role model today? That set you thinking.
yeah, because I don't see beyond my mother.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Because to be very, very truthful with you, uh, I don't know how to be diplomatic. I'm not very good with lies, because white lies one resorted to for a long time, and that is not a very helpful thing. It's not a nice thing.
Sadhna was a good friend of mine.
I know how
So
attached to her.
she once
Yes.
told me that the maids would come running and say, आपका गाना आ रहा है, आपका गाना आ रहा है, आइए आइए. So she would say, I would go there and say, ये कौन है? मैं इसको नहीं जानती. Who's
How
this?
sweet.
She said, I don't know this person. I've come a long way from there.
Mm,
I can just
mm,
look at her objectively. I don't feel like
mm.
thrilled कि मेरा गाना दिखाई दे रहा है. So
No,
do you
but I
feel
know
this
how much you love
distancing
her.
like that?
Mm,
Do you feel
mm,
this kind of
mm,
distancing?
mm, mm.
Can you be look at yourself objectively, or you get very enamored by own what you've done? No?
I don't. No, I don't. I sometimes go into uh, a little bit of, how do you say, flashback.
Huh.
And no, I'm not enamored by me. I'm enamored by very few things in life. And it isn't me at all to say,
Right.
yes, when I did lose a lot of my memories in the rains, I've told this to you earlier also. So now when somebody sends me something, I look at it, I share it, because I believe that if it's there on my Facebook, then I'll have a memory to keep with me.
Right.
Yeah, that's just about it. But no, no, I don't go through this any of this aha moments and all. No,
So
no.
is there a real Kalpana, or there are more than one Kalpana?
There are 1,000 Kalpanas.
Right.
And
Which one would
anybody
you
who
like to
turns,
preserve? Which one would you like to preserve and hold on to?
I want to preserve my mother's daughter,
Acha.
who was, who is also.
Right.
Um, I think I've been a daughter that my mother can look up from there and say, "Ki, she's done all right." I'm not perfect. I have not been perfect. I don't claim to be perfect, but I have been the best daughter I could have been at that point of time under the given circumstances. And uh, I want to remember that Kalpana. I want to be that Kalpana only.
Okay, this question now we'll go through briefly. How did a Tambram girl end up in beauty pageants? Pageants.
Uh, this requires a long answer, but I'll try and make it as quick as possible.
Uh,
Someone just turned around and told my parents that there is a beauty contest going on. Kalpana is nice and slim and trim. Let her participate, and that's how it started. So I went to this fair in Parel, and there was this Miss Anne beauty contest, and I begged and borrowed and wore clothes, and I went to this beauty contest, participated. I did very well, and then I participated in a Navy Queen contest, and then a Maza Princess contest, and then Miss India happened, and it just kept happening. Did I think I would win? Did I think I'm a beauty queen or something? No. When you really have nothing but hope, everything is a try. And I did. I tried, and I did well, and God was kind. And then, of course, everything else just fell into place, and there I am.
Actually, hope itself is so beautiful.
It is. I still have hope. I believe. Yes, I do. As a
Yes,
matter of
yes.
fact, hope is eternal, na? I
Dharmendra,
personally, yes.
Dharmendra's father told him, अगर
Huh,
कल से बेहतर नहीं आज तुम, अगर
huh.
कल से बेहतर नहीं आज तुम, तो समझो एक दिन की दौलत हुई गुम.
How sweet is that?
No? How sweet is
How
that?
sweet is that? That smells of the earth. This lovely sentence. Yes, yes. You know, Dinesh,
Uh,
these are the things, these are the values I think that's going to be eternal. These old
these
values.
come from wisdom
These
of
things,
age.
yes, yes, yes. My mother used to always say, believe.
Believe.
Don't give up on your belief.
They tell me, IMDb says that you were in another film before you did Manokamna. They're saying you made an appearance in Imtihan. Is that true?
It's true. I was in school. Imtihan, Vinod Khanna, Tanuja ji, and Bindu ji. And I was still in school, and they had contacted a lot of us to travel to Devlali. And mercifully, it was during my summer vacation. And if you see the film very carefully, there's a scene with Binduji sitting in the front row of this college, and behind her is this pink polo neck t-shirt panke with a bindi, one big-eyed, long-haired girl, and that is moi.
Did you originally want to play heroine and then you got into this dancing bit? Because you're not a
I
trained
did. I signed
dancer.
my first film as a heroine only.
Yeah,
I was at the
Manokamna.
Miss World. Yes, yes, I was at the Miss World contest, and my mom was contacted by the Rajshri people, and the film was Manokamna, and I was signed opposite Raj Kiran to do that film as a romantic lead with him
What a
because the
handsome
heroine.
man.
Huh?
What a handsome man,
What
Rajkir.
a handsome man! What a lovely boy!
Yeah.
And I was at the Miss World when this entire thing transpired, and I went to the Rajkamal Studios for an audition,
So
and it was
basically, I
released.
am asking you this question is, sometimes you want to be a heroine and you become another, say, character.
No, no, I had no such
No such.
aspirations, but the whole world and its uncles turned around and told us that if you're looking for a future for Kalpana, this is before my modeling and my Miss World trip and all that. Films is the best avenue, etc. And I had no such confidence like my heroine banungi and all, because I was always one of those people who said, "Be busy, take the work that comes your way." And so the minute I signed Manokamna, I started not only getting work because I was bold enough to turn around and say yes to Devsap for Lootmar, which was immediate. In 1979 December, I started shooting for Manokamna. Yeah, 79-80 was Manokamna,
But
and
you
during
did do
that
Lootmar. You did Lootmar eventually.
yeah, immediately. During the same phase when I was shooting for Manokamna, I was shooting for Lootmar at the same time. And on the sets of Lootmar, on the very first day, Chetan Saab came to see me, and I signed Kudra. And on that same set at Mehboob Studio, within the very next day, I signed the Sagar's Pyara Dushman. Then I signed Iqbal Singh's Mumbai Ka Maharaja. Then I signed Sawan Kumar Tak's Sajan Ki Saili. All this happened at the same time. And why was this happening? Is at that point of time, Helen G was saying bye bye because
Ah,
she was doing her last song for Yash Johar's film.
right, right.
She was doing Ye Mera Dil Pyar Ka Deewana. And
Hmm.
I was busy doing Jab Chhaye Mera Jadoo, same time.
Okay.
So
But
they
what do
say,
you
no,
think of how do you hold Helen in your esteem? What do you think of her?
for me, she was the benchmark for all things dancing. Simple. As far as I'm concerned, there was absolutely no one like her. And no one, I still believe that there isn't anybody like her. And she was for me an inspiration in more ways than one. I earned my first 75 rupees doing Mera Naam Chin Chin Choo. How
Really?
can I forget? Yes.
So it's not
Yes.
Imtihan, it's Mera Naam Chin Chin Chu actually.
No, Mera Naam Chin Chin Choo and all was much before Imtihan Baba. I
Yeah.
used to do all these little Ganpati shows and these Dasera
Oh,
shows
okay,
and
okay.
all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Mora Nadan Balama and all that.
Did you do Jhumka Girare also?
Yeah, I did. Parde mein rehne do, jhumka gira re. And then I did that one. It was a major hit. She bari gulab ki
हाँ
patthar pe tod do.
बबीता सॉन्ग
Babita ji,
तेरी गली
हाँ.
न छोड़ू दुनिया में छोड़
Yes, yes. Then that one, आशा जी का था ना वो गाना. आई मैं कहाँ फंसी
हाय
कैसे
रे
फंसी.
फंसी
That
कैसे
one, that
फंसी
one, that one. Yeah, I
Okay,
am.
how did you become the disco queen, as I would like to call it?
How did
Only
I
because you are
become?
not a trained dancer.
No, not at all. It's all timing, Dinesh.
Yeah,
It's
you could have
all timing.
said it.
Everything in life is timing. I
Uh,
came at a time when this craze had started, disco,
yeah,
and Saturday Night Fever was a huge
right.
hit. And I had the guts and the strength to say yes to Lootmar, which was just a dance. I was not even the girl who was singing. The girl who was singing and dancing was, God bless her soul,
Simple
the late
Kapani.
Simple Kapadia. I was just a part of Jab Chai Mera Jalu.
But I
And
remember
on
a step coming down. Jab,
Yes, yes, yes. And I come leaping out of the sides in my red shorts. I and straight my leap took me to all these 7, 8 songs that I signed on that
yeah.
set, and that's it. And they were all ready for release movies, and it just happened that Kudrat happened, and Kudrat was
Oh
like,
my God,
wow,
Kudrat is my favorite song.
one of my
Pure
favorite
singing.
songs. Yes. And
Right.
then Bombay Ka Maharaja was the title song, and then Sajan Ki Saili was with Nutan ji. So, what is there to complain? It is just this that Helen ji was busy saying bye bye, and here I come, and it all worked, and everything just fell into place, and I was slim enough, and it was a new era, and the shots worked, and the slimness worked, and the songs worked, and the combination of Usha
I
Iyer
tell
and
you
Bappi
what
Lahiri.
worked. I tell you what worked according to me. A, you were very energetic, and B, you seem to be very happy when you were dancing.
I was. I was always a happy person. I was very happy with whatever my God gave me. I never complained, Dinesh. That's why people tell me, "Here, Bevkoof ho tum. How come you can be shooting for Manokamna as a heroine and do Lootmar at the same time?" I said, "Arey yaar, मैंने कहाँ plan किया था कुछ भी.
But
Even
also,
all this
if
just
I'm
happened."
right, you needed the money also, right?
I needed the money from point one. When
Right.
I did Chin Chin Choo, yes, of course I did. I personally believe that if I didn't need the money, then probably I would have just been one of those very typical go to school, study, go to a Bharatanatyam class, learn to do Bharatanatyam, and then sit and get dolled up and do
The
the typical
sa
routine things of
the
chai pesh
sari
karo,
plus
bhajia.
Benji. Sari plus
And
Benji.
yes, yes, I know. I would have been, and I'm not even saying that that is wrong, but then that is not how it was meant to be, Dinesh. I was very happy being my father's and my mother's son. I was very happy being my two kid sisters and my brother's eldest sister. And yes, if I
You
didn't
tell
need the
me when
money,
you were doing a film with Prema Narayan, for instance, the song.
oh, that was so long after I
That did
started.
you feel a sense of competition or there was a sense of comfort or
No,
nothing? It
no,
was neutral.
nothing.
It was
She
neutral.
was a sweetheart. I always just did my work and I moved away. But let me assure you, there were a lot of people out to create a lot of trouble. People did come and tell me a lot of rubbish that just let's take a name at random. कि X ने ये बोला, Y ने ये बोला, B ने ये बोला. And I was like, बोलने दो यार. If that makes them happy, let them. I just did my work. I needed the money. My family needed the money. And as my mother's eldest child, I had a job to do. And I was doing it with dignity. I was going घर से काम पे जाती थी, काम से घर आती थी. And there was enough food in the house, and the children were happy. All my family's troubles were slowly vanishing. Why would I even give a damn about who said? People accused me of so many things that they believe that they didn't reach me. Of course, it reached me. Of course, I heard them. But if I had bothered about all that, would I be today sitting and talking to you about a
Like,
glorious life? What a wonderful career I had, Dinesh. I began with Manokamna. My last film was Hum Saath Saath Hain. Even the Rajshri people don't know. I began with Rajshri. My last film was a Rajshri film,
yes, and
99.
those
Yes,
three wicked women.
yes. 79 was Manokamna, 99 was Hum Saath Saath Hain. And in the interim period, I've done 100 plus dances plus beautiful roles. God's been kind. Mr. Rahul Revel had
Yeah.
the courage and the conviction that I could do Anjam. It turns out to be that there are a lot of people who think that was wonderful. I love it. I have some beautiful songs. I have a wonderful memory I carry in my heart of Usha and Bappi. You tell me what is there to feel bad about? I believe that I did all I could for my family. My sisters both married. That I have a sister who's a single parent is again nothing to do with anything I didn't do or she didn't do. It's just meant to be. But then she got married and she gave me a child. And the child
I
that the
was
world
going to
believes.
tell you, you just now mentioned Usha Uthup and Bappi. That was my next question.
What,
That
oh,
they contributed a lot to your career in their own,
ah,
didn't they?
yes. Hmm.
They gave you some
Ah,
beautiful songs.
it's a part of my life.
Mhm.
Like Kalpana and her brothers and sisters, brother and sisters, and my parents, and then all my dance directors and all my producers on one side, and Usha and Bappi on one side. Because almost all my songs are their contribution. If
Yeah.
they hadn't done it the way they did it, what could I say is mine, really? If she didn't give it the voice, if Bapida didn't compose the music, how can I say it's mine? It's the three of us, and
You know,
I'm
sorry.
totally in debt to them. I personally believe that Usha and Bappi's huge contribution, huge, huge, huge. How
Yeah.
can I even forget it, yaar?
He did two songs with you, didn't he?
He did. I was just about to tell you, Dinesh.
In
One of
Arman.
the loveliest memories of my life is
Uh,
doing that little small part with Shamiji. Ameri Jaisi Hasina in Arman, and
right.
he's playing the piano. I swear on my God, I don't see myself. I only look at him.
And
It takes a
Ramba
huge,
also,
yes,
Ramba
it takes
also.
a huge amount of talent to just use a small piano piece and convey the whole song in just that one line, yeah. And
Yeah.
I was in heaven. He was such a dear man to work with. He made me feel so beautiful, so nice. Beautiful. I'm not talking in terms of beauty. I'm talking in terms of heart. I was in heaven with that little. These are the memories you have. These are the things you carry in your heart.
Vaidanaman and Asha Parikh are much older to you, and they're having this, they have white hair. Why have you started so early? Vaidanaman and Asha Parikh are now in their 80s.
You know, firstly, when I came here, I didn't know how long I was going to be here. One.
Mhm.
Secondly, the world has such changed, Dinesh.
Right.
And the Mumbai I left isn't the Mumbai it is now. I never thought I will not go back to India. I never thought that I will not go back to working in
Yeah,
movies.
it's quite surprising. I thought you'll come back after the job is
I
over.
would love to come back. I want to come back. As a matter of fact, there are a few people I spoke to also. Like there are so many of these reality shows happening. Practically every singing show has all my songs in it.
Yes.
And how come why is it not possible that I should not be present in any of them? Because most of the singing shows invariably has a disco session,
But tell me,
and
Kalpana,
most of the
do people know
huh?
where you are?
How many times am I supposed to scream from the rooftops and tell people I am just a phone call away? They can call you, na Dinesh.
Right,
They
right.
can get in touch with you, na. Chalo, I am to okay sitting in Dubai. Aren't you in India? You are in Mumbai, aren't you? And there are so many of my friends who know
Yeah.
that I have never said I want to work. I have never said I will not come. I'm just a phone call away. I want to come. I want to participate. I want to be part of these things. I would like to do a good role. I don't have a problem. I'm not even saying that it has
But
to
you
be a
know,
full length role.
the concern is, will you be able, because the style of acting has changed. I'm speaking from
That's
the
perfectly okay. How can you even decide whether I can do something or not
correct.
without even giving me a chance? Am I supposed to audition? I will.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to turn around and wait in a queue? That might be a little difficult, but audition, I will.
Yeah.
If I have to turn around and stand with somebody just to see if we are matching, let us say in terms of age, incompatibility, or
No,
in
no,
terms
no,
of
they're
how
not
good,
talking about that, Kalpana. They're not talking about that.
then, then
The style of dialogue delivery has become, you can't have this like, Khamosh. That has
no,
gone
that
now.
Khamosh ka zamana gaya. That to even I realize.
Yeah.
See, it's not like I am living somewhere way beyond where reality. I mean, I am staying in a real world. I am watching television. I am watching movies. I am watching Netflix. As a matter of fact, probably I'm watching more things now than I ever watched before. See, if things have to change, if people have changed, there are a lot of people from my time who are now doing a lot of work. They also would have been
True.
taught, na?
Absolutely.
They
Yeah,
must have also turned around and adapted, na? So why
correct.
can't I? Why can't
True.
I?
In fact,
Yeah.
those actors who are out of business have suddenly got so much work because of this OTT.
Then, that's what I'm saying, Dinesh. It is just a question of someone turning around and thinking way beyond this, na? कि उसको contact तो करो, पूछो तो सही यार. Ask me about this. Darling, I was tired of coloring my hair. Okay, my hair had started graying. And I said, no more. And my job, may I said, chalta hai. But I didn't have this hair when I was working for Rajan. This hair came when I went to work for another company.
Right.
And yeah, this is not very old. This is about like 10 years old. I think 10 years old.
Why
And
did
I
you
said,
leave Mumbai after हम साथ थे? Why do you leave
very
Mumbai?
truthful answer, simple
Yeah.
answer.
Yes, absolutely.
I was very busy with television for a very long time, Dinesh, because I was one of the first people to start television. And the thing that I started, the serial I started with was Kashish for CPC Delhi, directed by Meena Vaishnavi. And I played Suresh Berry's mother, and along with Malvika Tiwari. It was a beautiful serial. It still is one of my favorites. After that, I started doing a lot of serials and I got good work. But as with everything else in my life, I had no one to handle my work. I handled my work, whether it was films or television or whatever. Things changed. And things changed whereby television also became like a factory.
Okay. Yeah,
And
true.
I didn't know that to be known, I had to turn around and do Hanji Hazuri of anybody and everybody, because in the film industry we didn't need to. You got work on merit, and you got work because you were good at your job. You got work because you could deliver a song in 1.5 shift. At least I'm talking about you, as in me. And television also happened, Chandrakanta and Junoon and so many
Okay,
things.
but when you quit finally, did you weigh the pros and cons or you suddenly
No,
knee-jerk
no,
reaction?
I didn't quit. No, no, that's what I'm saying. I didn't quit. It came to a point when, even the little money that had to be given, my Kavita had to keep going to their offices.
Oh,
Even the little piddly sums that one got, one had to keep reminding people. And it became a little constant. It became too much.
right.
And things got to a point when I couldn't fight it anymore. I couldn't turn around and handle it anymore. And I was miserable. And so, mercifully, Kavita had the good sense to connect with friends here who have meant the world to me. And they had a restaurant. And I came here. And when I came here in 99, after finishing Hum Saath Saath Hain, I remember I finished shooting at Filmistan. Not Filmistan. Kamalistan. Yes, Kamalistan. And we were doing a song sequence. That was the last. It was like that Bharat and all that. Like as all Rajshri movies, the entire cast was there, and very beautiful treatment. They treated everybody beautifully. That it's a company that ethics, values, good people, and I'm happy that my first and my last was a Rajshri production. And I came here not thinking of anything but the fact that I needed the money, Dinesh.
Right.
My mother had no one else but me.
Right.
And Kavita was a single parent. Her child
You're
was,
talking about Rajan CPIU when you went
yes,
from
I am. The wonderful people. They are my family here.
yeah.
They spoke to Kavita and they had a restaurant then. And I came to work with him and it
What
turned
what
out to be the
what
best
was the
decision.
restaurant called?
Mogul Room.
Mughal Room.
Mogul Room.
Okay.
And
And
I worked with him for a long, long time. And then it was time for him to move on after 14 years, 15 years, because he decided to do other things. And then I started working for another company. And then, of course, COVID put an end to even that because I was into
okay.
catering and hospitality. And here there is a certain thing that during COVID, all that had stopped. You couldn't do outdoor catering and stuff
Tell
like that.
me, did being an actress contribute in any way to your new role? It was two different diverse things.
No, but my life came a full circle, Dinesh, because I started my life by working as a hostess at the supper
Yeah,
club.
I remember Rajesh Khanna calling up and saying, "Oh,
Yes,
otherwise."
yes, yes. And before that, I was a photographer's assistant at the Eves Weekly. So I have like come a complete full circle. Yeah. I started off in the supper club. I came back to a supper club. It's just so, uh, it sometimes frightens me at how things just, chakkar hai pura. I started with khana. I started with service. I started with turning around and saying, hello, sir, good evening, welcome. Back to when I came here, that's exactly what I did. So it's nice. It's nice. And no regrets, Dinesh. None. None.
Okay. Now what I'm going to say is you hear me out before reacting to it, okay? Correct?
Done.
To your credit, you have never spoken about your personal life, neither for publicity nor for self-expression also. So what happened? Was it a difficult decision to do this?
No,
No?
no. Because I have completely, totally understood the simple premise of what my life is. My life is about me now and here. My life is about me wanting to protect my family.
Right.
My life and my story is about what is my truth, my way. And
Yeah.
I'm not about to speak about anything where there is not even, let us say, anybody to defend or feel offense with what I have said. And the things that my children in the
That's
family
very
don't know,
nice. That's very nice.
yes. Why should I? Tell me something. If supposing I turn around and speak about anything, how is it going to turn around and benefit me?
True.
First, it's too late. Secondly, what have the children in the family done that they should turn around and go through my nonsense without even knowing what it means?
Yeah.
They don't deserve it. My children don't deserve it. When I say my children, my sister's kids are my kids because I don't have any kids, and they don't deserve that. They literally turn around and look at me with so much of respect. I'm not saying they will disrespect me if they heard something. All I'm saying is, when I speak about things that are not connected to my life in any which way, there aren't people around to defend or take offense to what I say.
Correct.
What gives me the right to
True.
have the final say?
Absolutely.
Because I might look and perceive it as something that is the truth, but the people who are not here to defend themselves, they might have had a different opinion.
Absolutely. No, no.
So
Let's
it
not dwell
doesn't.
so much on this answer. Let's stop it.
Yes, not needed. And let me assure you,
Yeah.
there is plenty to speak, there is plenty to write, and there is plenty that I can go about. Plenty. My
Right.
God has been immensely kind to me, Dinesh. I have
Yeah.
friends like you who understand me. I have a sister who worships me. She
Right.
doesn't say it often, but I know she does. I have another sister far away, but I know she cares. I have a beautiful small family. There are 3 children and 2 grandchildren. God has given me so much. I'm sitting in another country, a country that's welcomed me with open arms. I have a status here. I have respect here. I'm protected here. I'm looked after here. I am a senior citizen who feels confident in her own space. What more could I want? Tell me. With
Yes.
somebody who had nothing at all, God gave me so much. And
No, people
one
who
thing here.
think, sorry.
No. One thing here. I owe nobody. Nobody. Nothing.
Okay.
Not a naya paisa.
Betty Davis had put up an ad saying,
I know.
I
I
need
know.
work.
I need work, yes.
And she got so
So I'm
much
putting up
work.
an ad in your paper. You put me
Yeah.
on. I
Right,
need
right,
work. Please call me. I'm willing to come as a guest. Call me. And
right.
I have no qualms about saying this to everyone, Dinesh. Everyone. Whether it is reality
See,
shows.
Neena Gupta had a second lease of career because she went on saying that I don't have work.
No, I'm not saying any such thing. All I'm
Mm.
saying is I want to work. I
Yeah,
would
yeah,
like to
she
work
said a similar thing.
because the new duniya is fascinating. I'd like to see it.
Yes.
So please, mujhe bulaiye. Please call me. I'm willing to come.
What absorbs you now? You've quit your job and you're living there. What keeps
I
you?
didn't quit my job. Don't say things that I haven't done. I am the victim of COVID. I was
Okay, but you
60 when
can.
COVID happened, so I'm sitting at home.
Yeah, so what are you doing at home?
I love cooking.
Okay,
So I'm cooking. I'm basically a house proud human being.
okay.
Yeah, and I like feeding Kavita.
Okay.
And Kavita was working until last year. So, because of my mother, we all inherited a quality, and that is we never liked people or house help 24/7 staying at home. We never did.
Okay.
So we did everything on us with हमारे हाथों से खाना भी हम ही बनाएंगे कपड़ा भी हम ही धोएंगे बर्तन भी हम ही मांजेंगे even then we had even now we have who comes for a little while and does a few things but then that should finish in 1 hour. Between Kavita and me, we are so used to being by ourselves that even the mere presence that he might just turn on and extend it by half an hour. It's like so, and we both like घर का बना हुआ खाना and घर की चीजें, simple चीजें. And actually, sometimes I feel that it's time for me to turn on and tell her that I'm taking a break from the kitchen. I keep telling this to myself. Tomorrow I'll tell her, but I don't because I like being in the kitchen. It's not her fault.
But I have realized you've not given up your love for dancing. Usha Uthup was singing and you were dancing. I saw that video.
Yes,
And
I
some
can't.
other friends' house also you were dancing and they were around.
I always do. I still enjoy dancing. If people don't mind seeing a nice rotund woman dancing, I love it. My cooking keeps me very busy, Baba. I'm a very fussy cooker.
अच्छा क्या
Cooker,
अच्छा
cooker.
बनाते हैं मुझे मैं यहीं से खा लूंगा आप क्या अच्छा बनाते
Cooker. I like correct pieces. I like correct things. Everything should be ready.
लेकिन क्या
Everything should be
बनाते हैं
laid
अब
out.
रसम बनाते हैं इडली बनाते हैं तो
Rasam, sambar, food, aplam, rice, ghee, you name it. I mean, you leave me in the kitchen and do chew.
what
I'm
about
fine.
what about neer dosa
Neer dosa is typically more Kannada. We
अच्छा
are like dosa, idli,
अच्छा
upama, but that is not our only meal, na, darling.
हाँ
We have proper
I
khana.
know I'm sure this is what we take to in a big way कुछ नहीं समझ में आया तो चलो साउथ इंडियन फूड खाते हैं
Yes. I like it. It keeps me busy and it keeps me happy. I like to plan the meals. I like to make breakfast. I like to make lunch. I like to make dinner. And then I like to also plan other things. Like अभी time है तो चलो अभी winter है तो अभी शलगम आएगा गाजर
हाँ
आएगा तो अचार डालेंगे. I'm
right
like that. And it makes me happy कि मैंने कुछ किया है मैंने कुछ बनाया है. It's not to prove any point to anybody. I enjoy doing it.
अच्छा you
I
don't
like
want to
it.
come to Mumbai just for the sake of coming to Mumbai and staying here
Uh, Tough question. I have too many friends, and I don't have enough time and energy to meet all of them.
in
And that longer trip, I don't think I can make because I don't know if I can cope with the new Bombay anymore. But at the same time, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So I'm going to keep my options open. If
right
it comes to that and God wills it, and I do get any opportunity to come, I will be there and I will bring my Kavita along with me. I don't expect people to provide for 2 tickets, but 1 ticket I can buy. So if they
no
provide
no
for
I'm
me,
not talking about coming here and going back I'm saying coming here permanently
ah,
उसमें टिकट
oh,
लेने की बात आती ही नहीं है ना
oh, big question,
no. Small answer
difficult one, difficult also. And if God wills it, if that is the way God wants it, and if He is going to provide me with a home to stay, because I don't have a home in Mumbai anymore, and I've been here for far too long with Kavita and Rohan. And Rohan, is my Kavita's son.
I know
And the reason I smile.
okay.
And yes, without a doubt. And utte, baite, sote, jagte. That's it. If I come to Mumbai, it has to be. क्या करूंगी मैं? I've always lived in my own home. I've never lived in a rented place. So let's see. You never know, Dinesh.
I'm sure you must have stashed away enough money no अच्छा
That is a conversation for some other day.
yes
All I will say, no, all I will say is if I had stashed away money and if I had a nest egg,
yeah
then one of the places where I would be having a home is Mumbai. I was born there.
Correct.
I lived there my entire life. But this much I have to say, that today I sit in a home that's mine. This is my hard-earned money of the past 25 years and a little from then. And this is thanks to Kavita. Kavita put this together.
So,
I wouldn't have been able to. Yes, I could have had two like this in my life. But let's not go there. Because they say, na? Yeah, no. Because there's a lot of things that cause pain, that cause hurt.
let's not go there.
No, nothing to worry.
Pain is avoidable.
Illama, the people connected to the pain are not alive.
Right.
So again, it comes to the simple thing that Kalpana तो बोल रही है, मगर इसकी सच्चाई वो तो चलेगा ही सब. So what is this about 5 sons?
I just wanted you to, we have seen them as songs and you have experienced them. So I wanted you to talk about while you were on shoot, what was happening, or, who was your choreographer with whom you were very happy with? Like any 5 songs you
I will tell you one thing in a very quick way. Patapat. First and foremost, I always got signed because I used to be quick. Yeah. And most of my songs happened in the disco on Linking Road. It was called Cleo's.
Okay.
It was in the Caesar's Palace Hotel in Bandra.
No, it takes song by song, I'll tell you.
I know, I'm telling you quickly. No, wait, this quickly I'm telling you. I got signed because I would finish a song in 1.5 shift. And at that point of time, I was so busy. So all these things happened like that. I'll go from the beginning. My Kudrat was shot at the RK Studios. And I have beautiful memories. My costume was designed and made by Alan Gill. The song was composed by Panchamda. Annette sung the song, and Choda Sanam remains one of my favorites. It's one of them. These are the songs that I did in order. My first song was Jab Chhaaye Mera Jadoo. The choreographer, Vijay Oscar. The costume, Bada Saab, designed by Dev Saab. Hari Om Hari, Hari Om Hari, Hari Om Hari, Hari Om Hari. Immediately on the same set, Pyara Dushman. Costume, Alan Gill, producer, Anand Sagar. Again, dance director, Vijay Oscar. Same set, Mumbai Ka Maharaja. Bombay Ka Maharaja, it was at that time. Same. Vijay Oscar, Alan Gill, and Dar. साजन की सहेली, विजय ऑस्कर.
किसी ने आपको कभी डांटा था सेट्स पे?
नो, कभी नहीं. They always said, ये आती है, काम करती है, चली जाती है, कोई तकलीफ नहीं. If it was a 7 o'clock shift, I was ready to shoot at 7. I would reach the set at 7. I was ready to shoot at 7. And they all knew that I would leave at 2 and go to the other set. And on the way, I would do the makeup of the other set. I was very punctual. I was so typically South Indian in this state of mind. It didn't change. It hasn't changed. I still go to the airport before time. I still turn around and wake up before time. Even today, when I knew that you had said 4:30, I was ready at 4:15.
Correct.
These are things that don't change. I was very, very, very punctual. I was very careful with my producers because I knew that people had a tight schedule. People had to complete things. I was very conscious about of the fact that they were shooting with me, so they had to finish my part so that they can turn on and then concentrate on other things. They used to, and people believed कि कल्पना को साइन करेंगे तो वो डेट शिफ्ट में गाना खत्म कर देगी. विजय ऑस्कर को बुला लो, एलन को बुला लो, कल्पना है, बप्पी जी, उषा अय्यर, गाना रेडी.
So, and did any actress give you felt the undercurrent of tension while doing a dance? No?
इतना टाइम ही नहीं था मेरे पास, दिनेश. I was so busy turning around and making money, and I needed the money, and I was in a happy space. And today people turn on talking about this is my mojo, that is my mojo. Arey, my mojo was very simple. Kaam karo,
That's
paisa
it.
lo, tata, and chalo.
Yeah.
I didn't have time for किसको क्या तकलीफ हो रही है, किसने क्या बोला मेरे बारे में. अरे नहीं भाई, I had bigger things to do. I had to attend to a family. नहीं, and there was a mother waiting for me, and there were children waiting in the house. I didn't have time for any of
But
this. I
when
was too busy.
मुझे छोड़ के मुझे छोड़ के परदेसी मेरे यारा
when you work with Pratibha and all, was there good camaraderie between you and Pratibha Sinha?
Yes, that तो happened so late. परदेसी परदेसी के टाइम की आप बात कर रहे हैं ना. अरे नहीं रे, बच्चा है, kid, child.
She was
No
very sweet.
problem.
I knew her
No
personally
problem. A sweet kid. No
very sweet.
problem whatsoever. I had tremendous, huge blisters under my feet because it was barefoot, the dancing.
Yes.
But other than that, no. And Mala ji was there. Mala Sinha ji was
Oh, she
there.
was there?
Yeah, she was there. And it was all night shooting, na? She was always there and very nice, very well behaved. As a matter of fact, I remember that Karina used to come to that set, and I used to, in my heart, tell this one's going to go on to be a big star, and she did, and she is.
She used to come
And
on the set
Buckingham
for
Murders proves. Huh?
Actually, for charisma, she used to come on this.
Yeah. So, and I used to see her, and I used to think, such a beautiful looking child, and look at her. Buckingham Murders and all. Wow. I'm very, very happy for them. I'm very happy for her. What a beautiful job she's doing of her life.
I was
Both of
interviewing
them, both of them.
I was
Bless them.
interviewing Babita, and there was पीछे से कर्टन हिल रहा था, तो मैंने बोला कौन है? तो बबीता ने करिश्मा कम आउट, तो बाहर है. तो बोलती ये इंटरव्यू इसलिए सुन रही है कि आगे चल के इसको इंटरव्यू देने हैं, and she's a huge fan of Sridevi and she loves to be in the movies. So I
How
know.
sweet is that?
And
How
वो
sweet
टाइम
is
पे
that?
करीना she was a child, तो मुझे बात करते करते पेस्ट्री की फीड कर रही थी. She had
You know, there are
pastries.
some children who are exquisite, who
Oh.
look beautiful.
She was
Karina.
very
Karina, as a young, see, I'm talking to her and I have goosebumps. She used to come onto that set, Pardesi ke set
very
pe aati thi,
beautiful.
and she'd just become, she's not even an adult yet. So beautiful, so
Yeah.
beautiful. And that
Stunning.
smile and that skin and those lips. And she's still the same.
Yes.
And she has the same, aura. There's something, something happens when you're around and there's an aura. She's one of those children. I like her. I liked her then. I like her now.
Subscribe to the Rock with DR YouTube channel and click on the bell icon to get regular updates.